Video 784, Cyclic Quadrilaterals 2. Now this builds on 744 Cyclic Quadrilaterals. So this is where we left off. We've got our Cyclic Quadrilateral. We've got our angle here at B, which is 103, and we've got the opposite angle over here, which is 76.2. Now what we're going to do is use some other tools to see what's going on with these two angles. So the first thing is, if we go draw expression, you'll notice that next to B and D, an expression here, we've got the numbers 1, 2, and 4. Now that means we can create a sum. So if we want our expression to be the sum of these two angles, we can tap onto 1, and that 1 is inserted. Now we want to add to that angle D, so I'll use the add from the keyboard, tapping on to number 2 there, at 2. And when I tap execute, then you can see that ClassPad's added these two together to get the sum of 180. So what I'll do now is tap off, tap back onto expression, and choose the annotation toolbar, and we'll change the expression to be sum to remind us on what's going on here. So here we are, we've got SUM is equal to, tap execute and hide the keyboard. So here's the sum of our angles. So using expressions, you can actually do some calculations with measured angles. Now the next thing is we want to, obviously, as we move C around here, you can see that the sum is staying put, although the sizes of angles B and D are actually changing. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of maneuvering. I'm going to bring D up to about here, slightly underneath the level of A, move E around a little bit. Oops, I've got two things selected, so I can't do that. Tap off, tap back onto E, move E maybe around to here, tap off, and move B so that it's beneath the level of A, maybe about over there. And I'll show you why in a second. Now I'm going to animate point C around this kind of the upper semicircle. That's why I've moved B and D down below here. To do that, to create an animation, we select a point, as I have done, and we select a path, which is the circle, and tap onto Edit, Animate, Add Animation. And ClassPad's added an animation now so that C, I know it'll start over here at 3 o'clock, and it'll take 20 steps around the edge of this by default, all the way around to here. Now I only want C to go from here roughly over to here, about half of a circle. So we're going to edit the animation first. Edit, Animate, Edit Animations, and you can see here are the default 20 steps starting from 0 to 1, which is basically 0 for a circle is over on the right hand side, and 1 means one complete lap of the circle. So I'm going to change the 1 to a 0.5. To save these settings, all we do is tap the cross out here. So now we're ready to run our animation. Here we go, Edit, Animate, and let's go backwards and forwards, go to and fro. So straight away you can see C started over here. It's automatically picking up the sizes of angles B and D there, but notice that the sum is remaining constant. To stop the animation, we simply tap onto Edit, Animate, and Stop Animation, and we're done.